Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Laura Dove, Assistant Dean at Sorrell College of Business, here to talk about a new initiative within the Sorrell College of Business to help get students acclimated to the college. I want to thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And we're talking about something associated with geeks. And a lot of people out there be like, why are you making fun of somebody calling them a geek? But geeks is a big part of the Sorrell College of Business, and it's going to go into something else we'll talk a little bit later. But for the folks at home who don't understand why I am talking about geeks in the College of Business, tell us a little bit about geeks and what this is all about.
Yeah, so we always do have to give that disclaimer. We are not insulting you. We want you to be geeks. But geeks is kind of a shorthand way, it's just a memorable way to summarize really the mission and vision of the whole college. It basically is what we try to do every day, and it sums up what we want our students to become at the time when they're graduating. So GEEK stands for globally aware, engaged with the business community, ethical decision makers, knowledgeable to compete, and successful in business and in life.
So it's an acronym there.
Yes.
It's not an insult that someone may say, why are you calling me a geek? But the thing is becoming a geek is crucial to becoming successful in the Sorrell College of Business.
Absolutely, right. And we think it's important for career success as well. I think that's what employers really want to see, are those qualities. And
those they check off. There's been a number of things throughout the years that have kind of built towards that acronym and that theme. And what we're talking about today is another element of that, building up these future geeks and being a part of the Sorrell College of Business, the Sorrell 360. So tell us what this Sorrell 360 is all about.
Sure. So we've just established a brand new center. The Sorrell 360 Center for Professional Life is the full name. And it really is building on this idea of geeks as meaning success in business and in life. So this center is going to house our professional development programs, but we're taking kind of this holistic 360-degree view of professional development. So we're going to incorporate things like soft skills, even things like that you don't necessarily associate with business. So think creativity. Well, of course, problem solving, I think, is more straightforward with business. But again, it's a soft skill. It's not just hard knowledge. It's really a mindset. Lifelong learning. We also want to make sure that we're incorporating student support. We feel like professional success really is dependent in a lot of ways on personal wellness, and so we want to make sure that our students really have support and that we're helping them achieve their personal goals as well as their professional goals.
And of course, into this, right now there isn't a physical center. It's kind of the brainchild of yourself and the Sorrell College of Business, but the hope is that eventually you're going to move into a physical center and a facility for students to be able to take advantage of the services that the 360 is going to offer, right?
Yeah, so the plan is probably in January we'll do some musical offices over in the College of Business, but we will have a facility where I'll have some office space. I have a graduate assistant, so there will be space available for her where she can, work with students potentially. And then we'll have a student lounge kind of an area. Students should be able to come and, study, work together on projects. We want them to even be able to, bring a bagged lunch and have a refrigerator to put it in. But just a place where they can feel kind of at home in our building, where our faculty and our staff can pop their heads in and say hi. But we hope to have those facilities. It should be in the spring.
And now, part of that is a social element. You mentioned that there, but for a lot of students, and you see this across the board, underclassmen don't necessarily have that connection with their major professors and the folks involved with their majors, because they're still taking general studies courses.
Yes.
And to me, it would seem like this could be an opportunity to establish that groundwork with these potential majors and underclassmen that have not made those connections in the classroom yet.
Absolutely. So that was a huge motivation for creating the center to begin with. So we will have those physical facilities where they can come and feel at home. Even if they don't have a class in our building, we want them to feel welcome. Another thing that we've done to address that is we've instituted a new professional development course sequence. So our freshmen will take a class called Business 1110 that will get them in the door. They'll be interacting with faculty. I'm teaching all the sections this semester. I love it. But we just had a couple classes where all of our department and program chairs came in, talked to the students about their discipline, about career opportunities, answered any questions the students had. So they had that face time with some of the leaders in our college really just a few weeks into their freshman year.
Well, here's looking forward to the expansion of Sorrell 360 into its physical form next year. And I want to thank you for joining us here today to give us this kind of preview of what business majors can expect coming out of the Sorrell College of Business. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.